All right, Shane, the game I know you've been waiting for. Number 13, Ole Miss on the road at Tennessee. The Rebels favored by 2.5 points. The over-unders at 82.5. We got the number 4 scoring offense in the country in Ole Miss, the number 7 scoring offense in Tennessee. Who do you like in the matchup?
Think about that, man. 82.5 over under. That's a lot of points, Mike. I looked this one up and I was just curious, has it ever been that many points scored between these twos? Nope, not even close. 20 points away from that 82 score. So, man, this one I obviously clearly excited about, man, because I love offense, man. I love passing. I love the way these teams are playing right now. It's just going to make for great college football. I can feel it. I'm going to be there. I will be feeling it. You'll be with me, Mike. I think that is a factor. They're not talking about it, but there's going to be good luck in that house when Ole Miss comes to town. And we look, man, everybody, the Cards, I mean, you just look at it. We're pulling out all the stops. We did the black jerseys last week. We're doing the checker kneeling. We're doing every gimmick that we could come up with to create some buzz in the Neyland Stadium. Hell, they're trying to get third down for what turned back on. So who knows? By the time we get there, it may happen. But I will say, Mike, oh, man, I hate to be this guy, Mike. I hate to be this guy, but you look at the games. Look at the games. Look at the last two. We talk about Tennessee Volunteers. Who are the last two teams they upset or they won? South Carolina and Missouri. So we're not crowning either one of those defenses right now, okay? We're not crowning because they can't compete. They got caught behind the 8 ball. They couldn't catch up, and we got uber confidence in our boys. We got some guys coming back from injuries, yes, but we just took a big blow, man. They're saying Evans ain't going to be playing at running back. I mean, that's right. A huge blow. This is a guy that's got multiple 100 yards rushings. We need a guy like this to compete with a team like Ole Miss because Ole Miss has only lost one game, and that was to Alabama. Okay, Nick Saban has Lane's number. That's all it is. It's night and day competition. Ole Miss has so many weapons on the outside. They got a great running attack. They don't need defense. They show you that they can look at Arkansas, man. Who cares? If there was 3 more quarters, they're still going to have the last touchdown. That's just who this team is. And Nick, I'm telling you, man, Lane Kiffin hates Tennessee. Deep down inside, I know he does, or at least he loves trolling them. So this game is personal to him as well, just about as personal as that Alabama game. And to think that Tennessee has a snowball's chance in hell in competing with these teams is crazy. I think it's just nonsense. The spread on this thing is 2.5. I'm surprised I didn't lock this thing down. I love my Tennessee Volunteers, but I got to be realistic, Mike. And the reality is, I love upsets, baby. I love upsets. And that's why I got my Tennessee Volunteers with your Morristown Honda score, 44, Ole Miss Rebels, 42. Ooh. I just think Tennessee, before I go, Tennessee's starting to hit on all cylinders, man. This offense, yeah. Were they the greatest defense? No. But Hooker has confidence. This offensive line has confidence. These running backs, these wide receivers, oh my gosh, these receivers are running routes that they know exactly where they're supposed to be. And that's what I love, is just how much growth I've seen here in the last 3 weeks. We've got a lot of guys coming back from injuries, especially on that defensive side of the ball. And I think that's where we get them. Because where Arkansas struggled on the cornerbacks, Tennessee will not. And I think that's why if we can steal a couple possessions from Lane Kiffin, I don't think Ole Miss defense is going to be able to stop us. That's why I'm predicting the upset. I may be extremely wrong. I may be out of this stadium at halftime, but I hope not. I feel an upset of brewing.
Man, you almost got me. I thought I was going to shut off the pod. I was going to have you drug tested. I thought you were going to pick the Ole Miss Rebels to beat your Vols while you're in the stands. But, hey, I like a lot of what you had to say, Shane. How about this, though? You mentioned third down for what? That's not even the key down with Ole Miss because they go for it on fourth down more than anybody in the SEC, maybe more than anybody in the country. And they convert 75% on fourth down. So, hey, it's working out. I know, there's some glaring ones that didn't work out, but that's just because you ain't paying attention to all the times they do convert doesn't mean it's not working for the Lane train down there being so aggressive. But, I think two things really stand out to me in this one, Shane. Ole Miss, number 129 in the country out of 130, so basically dead last in the nation in penalties. This is a penalized team going into a buzzsaw that you hit on it there with the checker kneeling. It's going to be rocking and rolling Saturday night. Lane Kiffin's return. Obviously, that plays a huge factor in this game. The first sellout Tennessee's had in years and years. So I think, I think the crowd will really play a factor in this matchup. And, one thing that Ole Miss, they had to go to the wire. As we all know with Arkansas, they had guys playing defensive snaps, 80, some 70 snaps. I mean, this is a team that really doesn't have the depth on the defensive side of the ball. And with all the snaps they had to play last week, they're going to probably have to play 100 snaps this week, considering they're playing Tennessee and Josh Heupel and considering the fact how fast their offense goes. So I think this is a really tough matchup. I really do, for the Ole Miss Rebels, and particularly that defense. I know Tennessee's been coming out hot here in the first quarter the last couple of weeks. I think the script is flipped, so to speak. I think Ole Miss is going to be the one that comes out hot, jumps on the Vols early, but I think as long as the crowd stays in the game and Tennessee continues the momentum on the offensive side of the ball, I'm right there with you, Shade. I think in the fourth quarter, Tennessee is the last team with the ball and the last team that scores. So upset special, Shane. Tennessee 42, Ole Miss 38. We both got them Vols winning.
Come on now.